what your interview entails.
I like to become a nurse, and I
Okay.
was wondering what you were successful in your career,
Okay.
and I just wanted to know, like, how you accomplished that.
Okay, and this is part of your senior project.
Right.
And so what else does your senior project require? So you've got to do an interview.
Like, the acceptance letters, the college applications, things like that.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And then you two ladies how are you guys all involved together?
Well, I mean, we have to accompany her and sit in the interview with her and support her.
Okay. And then do you do the same for them?
Mhm.
Yeah? Okay, good.
We go to interviews together, and
Okay. Okay, good. Well, first tell me why you want to be a nurse.
Because I love helping kids.
Okay. So you want to focus more in pediatrics.
Right.
Okay. And then what made you think nursing?
I just love helping others. Like, if I see somebody that needs help, I'll help them.
Okay. Helping is definitely an
And
important quality
based
of
on my
nursing.
family, there's a lot of nurses in my family, so it goes down the line.
Okay.
So,
All right. Is your mom a nurse? Your
mhm.
dad?
One of my cousins is.
Your cousin?
Mhm.
Okay. In the area?
She lives in Raleigh.
Okay.
So,
Good.
yeah.
Good. All right. Okay.
All
Fire
right.
away.
All right. What strategies did you use to be successful in college?
What strategies did I use? Well, I think it takes a lot of strategies. And at the beginning when you start college, it's very different from high school. It's a whole new way of life. And you have to get used to that because it is a lot of responsibility for you. You have to be self-motivated because nobody makes you go to class. The bus doesn't come pick you up. Your parents don't drive you. You have to have that inside determination that I want to go to school and I want to do this and I want to be successful. And so that becomes a very important part about college, and that this is something I really want to do for myself. And so developing your self-motivation, being self-disciplined to study because you have all the time in the world. There's nothing else to do but to go to school and to study and then work if you need to. And it's finding a balance and finding the time that you need to study and staying self-disciplined and staying focused on school and getting the job done and working really hard. Because if you are really determined to do this and be a nurse, you've got to have a lot of focus and a lot of study time to be successful. And it's making yourself do that and being disciplined.
Okay. What do you like best about teaching at College of Albemarle?
What do I like best about teaching? Well, I love nursing. So I'm very passionate about nursing, but I have a very strong love to teach too. I like to teach others about what a great profession nursing is and how to do it well and to become a good nurse. So I love teaching. I love teaching students, and I enjoy seeing them come in with very little knowledge and at the end of 4 semesters be ready to go out and be a nurse. That is a very gratifying process. And we've got great faculty here and great staff, so it's a great place to work. And we have good students.
What was graduate school like?
It was another type of time when you really had to be focused. But the difference in graduate school is I already had a career. I was already a nurse, and so I was working. So now not only are you now going to school, you now are working. You have a family. I had a husband at the time. I didn't have children, so that was beneficial for me in that I didn't have other responsibilities of children and going to school. But it's a lot of time management because now you're working and having to go to school and have a family. But again, it's something that when you're in graduate school, you're really choosing to do this, and so it's something that you're ready to do and ready to take that next step on. And you've decided you have a life plan, and you're going to be able to manage it.
What's a typical day in your work life like?
Is very busy. You can see that I have a lot of things going on at one time, and it's a lot of prioritization. You have a lot of different things that I'm managing all at one time, because not only are we teaching in the classroom, but I manage all of the full-time faculty, and I manage the part-time faculty, and I deal with 80 students, and sometimes there's issues and things to deal with, whether it's personally or whether it's in the classroom or how best to study. So I have a lot of diversity in my day, but I do classroom teaching, lab teaching, and a lot of administrative duties.
How and why did you choose this career?
Why did I choose nursing? Because I think I was like you, Melissa, in that I had a passion for wanting to help people. And to be honest, I did not start off in the path of nursing. I was at NC State, and I wanted to be in animal science. And so I loved animals. I knew I didn't want to go to vet school, but I wanted to do something in that area. I have a passion for horses. And so I was at NC State, and I enjoyed it, but I felt like I'm not sure this is 100% for me. I like caring for animals, but maybe caring for people is more up my alley. And about the same time, my mom got diagnosed with melanoma, which is a form of skin cancer. And I thought, we need a nurse in the family that can be an advocate and that I can care for my family, friends when needed. And it also fit with my personality, so it was a good fit.
What are the most and least rewarding aspects of your job?
The most rewarding is to have a student come in that's successful and be successful at the end, that makes it through this very challenging program. It requires a lot of time and a lot of studying and a lot of focus, and then at the end to see them become a registered nurse. That's what we're here for, and that's the best part of this job, is to have nurses that are successful and that are well prepared. Because when they come through COA, they're getting a good education. And we've got to have those for the future and to take care of our patients out there.
What education requirements, college degrees, licenses are needed for your career?
Well, to be just a registered nurse, you can go through an associate degree program like here at College of the Albemarle, where you are still, at the end of your program, able to take your national board and get licensed as a registered nurse. So you can have an associate degree in nursing, and then if you want to go into management or further your degree, you would have to get your Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from a 4-year college, and there's a lot of transition programs that can go from ADN to BSN. And then if you want to go further, so for my job here at COA, I have to have a master's degree, and my master's degree is in nursing education. That's a requirement, so I have to be licensed by the state and have a master's degree in nursing. And then there's further certifications that you can get that kind of say, okay, I have a specialty. And those are all in nursing. You can become a critical care nurse. You can become an emergency room nurse where you get a certification in emergency nursing. And there is one for education as well, where you can be a certified nurse educator. So you can keep going, and then after your master's degree, you can go on and get a PhD or a DNP, which is a Doctorate of Nursing Practice.
What obstacles did you encounter in the pursuit of your career?
I don't think I had any true obstacles other than every course in nursing school is an obstacle, and that you have to really study and work hard. But I didn't have any obstacles for saying that I was unsuccessful and I had to redo my path. I was successful in my first attempt at nursing school, and I was successful in my master's program. But it's just an obstacle of life and getting through a program and finding the study time and the dedication.
What are the most important skills and abilities required for this career?
You have to be caring. You have to have empathy. in nursing, there is a high level of trust that is required, because nursing is the most trusted profession. So you have to be a person that other people can trust, because you are taking care of them. And there's a high level of professionalism that I like to see in nurses. And that is a big component, in that you have to portray yourself professionally, you have to act professionally, you have to communicate professionally, not only with your patient, but all other people in the healthcare world, doctors, physicians, nursing assistants, surge techs. Be on time, be responsible. So a big part of professionalism too.
Okay, last question. Any words of advice for me going into nursing?
Gosh, I think I've given you a lot, and it's really based on what? What do you need to do to be successful? Study, right? Study. Dedicate your time. If you're choosing this as a career, you've got to make some life choices, and this becomes one of your top priorities outside of your health and family and sort of those things. But all fun activities sometimes have to go to the wayside, because the amount of time that's necessary to be successful in here is really hard for some people to realize until they're in it. But it's a great profession. We need really good nurses. Ladies, we need good nurses too. And study, study, study. Focus. Work hard in high school so that you can get good grades in chemistry, that you can get good grades in biology. Take some classes that help you get into the program, A&P. Get some of your Englishes out of the way. You've got to be a good writer, a good communicator. Get good grades.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.